Hey everyone, this video is going to show you how you can make your own silk scrunchie at home without a sewing machine. First, you're going to need a pair of scissors, a measuring tape, a scrunchie of course, and a needle and thread. And of course, don't forget the silk. I'm just using a regular silk scarf that I normally use to tie my hair down. First thing you want to do is measure. Lay your scarf on a flat surface and measure it so that you can cut the piece that you need. The measurements I used were 16 inches long and 4 inches wide, and I just made a mark on the scarf for the sizing so that I knew exactly where to cut. It's easiest to start your measurement starting from the end of the scarf and working your way inward. Now lay the rectangle that you just cut down flat and make sure that the silky side is facing you. Then place the scrunchie at the bottom corner of the rectangle and bring that top part down to meet the bottom and hold those two pieces together. This is where you're going to pin it together. You can use push pins or safety pins or whatever you have. Just keep those two pieces together and keep pinning down the length of the silk until the scrunchie is covered all the way around. And right now, as you're pinning, you may notice that the inside is outside. That not so silky part should be what is showing right now, but that's okay because we're going to fix that after we finish sewing. And now we're going to start sewing. So start at that same corner where you put your first pin, and you're going to go around and sew in a circle just like you did with the pins, and remove each one as you go. Sew as close to the corner as you can get. I used the method of putting the needle in and out of the silk a few times and then pulling it all the way through. This just helps to keep things a bit more uniform and consistent, and just keep doing that until you get to the other end. You can use a glue gun or a sewing machine for this part to make your life a little bit easier, but I don't own either of those, so I just sewed it by hand, and this was oddly a little bit therapeutic for me to sit here and peacefully just sew something like I'm someone's grandma. Who knew? So silk or satin scrunchies are really great for your hair, especially if you have curly hair, which tends to be a little bit drier because the material is so smooth that it doesn't cause as much tension and friction on your strands. And it's also a really cute way to accessorize your look. And this is what it should look like when you're done sewing. So now you just want to pull the outside to you want to pull the inside to the outside. So you just put your finger all the way through and pull the fabric inside out so that the silky part is now facing the outside. And voila, we have a silky scrunchie. So then I just tucked one end into the other to close the gap, and you can sew this part together right here if you want a little bit more security, but it worked out just fine for me. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe.